How are you, young lady?
Hello. How are you? Did you call?
No, they did up there.
Hello. Great. How are y'all?
Could be better.
All right. What's going on?
She says she has.
I'll talk to you over here, dude. I'll talk. Then I'll go over there and talk to her. Okay.
She says she has a no trespass order on me. I haven't been served with anything.
No.
I don't. Okay. Told her last week I'm coming up here to get my stuff. We rent the house together. All right. I gave
So
her
you paid her rent?
Yeah, I pay half the rent. She's supposed to pay the other half. She hadn't paid any of it for 5 months or whatever it is now. So talked to the landlord yesterday. He rewrote a lease for her that she has to have everything out of the basement, and he's going to renovate the house and sell it in March.
Susan, I'll come over there and talk to you after I'm done talking with him, okay?
He wants her out of the house by March. So I'm trying to get my stuff out right now.
Hey, I'll come over there and talk to you when I'm done talking with him, okay?
So I'm just trying. I got my friends here, my dad here, 2 trucks. I rented that this morning to get my stuff out. And she's saying I have no trespass, so I just want to know from you guys.
You have your ID on you real fast.
Yeah, it's in my truck.
Thanks, sir. So you're just here to get your belongings and leave?
Yeah.
Why is he carrying stuff out? That is not his, yours. God, that's not his.
I'm pretty sure that's not. Hope it out.
Come here, babies.
You guys don't have a clue what.
Susan, I told you I'll come over there and talk to
you.
him. Okay, just wait. I'll tell you. Hey, can you guys just give me a second while I finish talking with her, and then we'll go through everything, okay?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. Susan, I told you I'd come over and talk to you over there when I'm done getting his story, and then I'll talk to you, okay?
I know. He's okay. Stop. He was here on August 20th to get all. He had a U-Haul trailer. Had a couple guys.
Okay.
And then he charged me with assault and battery 8 days later. He did not. He took 2 chairs, a set of hunting clothes, and a bourbon barrel. He didn't attempt to get. And he's been in and out of the house 100 times.
I'll talk to you. Let me finish talking with him, and I'll come over there, okay?
Yes.
Thank you, ma'am.
Mom, can you give me the It's inside. Yeah.
Thank you. Whoever stopped.
Sorry.
For 2018. Come over here and talk to you over here. Susan, I'll meet you over here, and we'll talk over here. What's going on today?
He's very abusive. He was here on August 20th to get with a trailer to get his stuff. He tried to breach, he started at 7:30 in the morning. We had a written agreement. He was supposed to come on August 27th so I wouldn't be here. He made sure both the kids weren't here, and they showed up. Not these 2 guys, another guy with him and his dad.
Okay.
They showed up while I was by myself, and he tried to unlock both those doors. Then he went to the basement, and I tried to stop him at the basement. Of course, he was videoing me, and but that was after 5 hours of him. He was supposed to come when I wasn't home because he's already priorly called the cops on me twice. And then after that video, he sent me the video and a text because he knew I had a meeting the next day in Shawneeland with the Patriot group, and he threatened me to not say anything bad about him if they questioned me, because they made him and this other woman that puts the You're All Folias out. Hi, Christina. She'll make a movie out of it and throw it out on YouTube. Because he's been after my job the whole time. And so he got me. I lost my job. He called and had my phone suspended. And there is a no trespass on him. And the lease is just in my name.
We don't have a trespass notice.
I filed one with the sheriff's department.
There's not one on file.
Yeah,
not for him or his residence.
I mean, I absolutely did. I went right down to the one on Coverstone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I checked on the way here. It's not filed, or it was never served on him.
How could it not been served?
He would, if you filed it, they would have to serve it, and if they never.
But he lied about his address. See, he says he's living with his dad. So if they didn't serve him, it's because he's lying about.
Right. So it's not served. So there isn't a trespass.
It didn't get served because you're lying about your address.
Listen, we're not talking to him right now, right? We're talking to me, so we can figure this out, okay?
Well, what he did then? He only took a bourbon barrel, 2 chairs, hunting clothes, and I didn't know till later that he moved someone. He took that U-Haul and moved a lady and moved her stuff. And nobody knew, the kids didn't know about that. We've accidentally found out about it.
Right, I understand.
Before that, there was a thing closed. He tried to accuse me of stalking some woman I don't even know. And the Deputy Falver, I talked to him a week or 2 ago, and he said that was closed. But he left in, like, Father's Day. He just stood here, and even in front of our daughter, and lied, said he wasn't here Father's Day evening, but he left me and my daughter standing on the deck after we kayaked for 6 hours. Sorry. And we took showers, and then we're going to dinner for Father's Day to meet our son and his girlfriend's family, and he called and canceled on him and just left. That was the last we seen of him.
So for the day right now, so he paid paid part of rent that your landlord just switched over the agreement, correct? Is that right?
The lease is only in my name.
Now, right?
Yeah.
But before that, he paid. He's here to get his belongings.
He hasn't been paying anything. He just paid August, half of August. He hasn't paid since.
Well, I'm not here to argue who paid or who hasn't paid, okay? But he's here with his friends in a truck to get his belongings.
He was
and
here
leave.
on the 20th to do that too, and he didn't do it. He only got a couple things. Videoed me. Just waited 8 days. He found out I had the title to my car, and then they filed assault and battery charges on me. Now, he said, threatened me, our family phone plan, he suspended my phone and illegally and wasn't supposed to. He wasn't in charge of the account at that point in time. He lied to us, and the lady found out that the whole story about his mom's death certificate, all of it, the lady at AT&T was like, no, he had no legal right to do that. But when they transferred my phone to a new number, and he said if I don't give him the phone back by Wednesday, now I'm charged with larceny. Well, I told him, call AT&T. They have it on file, and so does the lawyer. That they said it was evidence. Then I get home, letter in the mail from his father, for Nate Adams, saying that I have to come sign the original title. They don't have the original title. I have it. They lied to Richmond. I called the commissioner for the DMV down in Richmond, and he told them, he acted like we moved, and gave them that address. So that now they need me to, there shouldn't be 2 titles to a vehicle. And DMV put it in the system. The lady down there told me, she made note, they must not have seen it in Richmond, that, and I can prove it. I got copies that says who it was released to, and who was first, the primary on the vehicle, because before he called the cops on me at A1 Auto Sales. And I ended up going back down, a day or 2 later, and getting my car. Because he stood there that day and told the cops that he was the primary on the car, he was first on the registration, and all this stuff. He had actually taken it from behind the Mitsubishi dealership, and nobody told him it was abandoned or anything. I have the text messages from my daughter. He called my daughter to see what color car I was driving, and he found me on Middle Road, and then he came back about 10:30 in another Chevy Silverado, and I know where that is parked now too, and who it is. And they came in back and pulled in front of me in my parking space, and so I would look up. I was in and they didn't. He thought it had 30-day tags. It had dealer tags on it, and they had the Mitsubishi dealership. We specifically put it behind there so that he wouldn't see it and bother it. And they took it and hid it for 12 days.
So what we're here for though this morning is what I understand is he's here to get his belongings, okay, Susan? And he's able to get his belongings. As much as you don't like it, he is.
Well, he has an active no trespass.
He paid up until, I think, that the new lease happened yesterday.
He did not
because
pay
of
up
it.
until then.
So August of this month, right now it's September 30th.
Yes, he has not paid for September, and it was due.
Okay, so here it is. Those are his belongings. He can get his belongings. Okay?
There's things in there that aren't on his.
There's no trespass notice that was filed.
I do know that when it was filed, and I went down and did it. I know the lady that did it.
He was never served.
I can't help if there was a mess up with the sheriff's department not getting the papers to him. I can't help if I was lied to about an address. But I did it. I searched, and I got photos of the one I tried to do on July 9th. And then this next one, after they were here on the 20th when they weren't supposed to be. Because he knew they were supposed to be here on the 27th. And ever since, he's come up with thing after thing after thing to cause trouble, to lose my job. He knew if he kept calling the cops, then he lied to the cops on body cam, saying that they won in court on this PPO, and they didn't. At all.
Alright, just hang tight for me. I'll be back, okay?
Is Mr. Gentry around?
And he had to go to the man's house.
We'll circle back to that. Okay, Nelda, you don't happen to
He's
have...
paid up to the lease.
I'm standing here with the cops, and
Legally, there's no
they
issues
just
there.
want to talk
Yeah,
to
no.
Mr. Gentry or you about...
Hello,
How's it going, buddy?
I'm Deputy Thurgood with the Sheriff's Office. I'm well. How are you?
Well, fine and dandy. They get done with their arguments, but
Did Deputy Miles come talk to you, or did she skip by you?
I just spoke to her. She went that way.
Okay. What do you have? What's going on here? Can you fill me in?
Yeah. My son was this.
Which one's your son?
I don't know. They got a green shirt on somewhere. And
Okay. What's his name?
Darren.
Okay.
His wife's name is Sue.
All right.
They're going through the
And Deputy Miles is talking to Sue. Okay.
Yeah, and
There's Darren.
I'm sharing a stupid dog. Just put that in. He wanted to come in and get his clothes and his personal things out of the basement, but she just refused to let him in there.
Okay.
They've been going back and forth shit for months. She says she had a protective order, but I don't think she can produce one, so I don't know what the scoop is. I'm scoop after that.
Okay.
Now, her name is Sue Sheck.
Yeah.
Right? Well, if you go back through some of your paperwork, you'll find a whole lot about her.
Okay.
She worked for Earl Waller, whatever it was. He's something to do with Delegate Waller. And
Okay.
she's told so many damn stories and lies over here that he had to get rid of her. And that's pretty bad when he had to get rid of her. But anyhow,
Who's who? Who's the dude in the gray shirt?
he would just help try to get some of the stuff.
So that's
away.
one of Darren's buddies?
Yeah.
What about the other female that was walking around with
That's
Darren and the
daughter, That's
dog?
my granddaughter. That's her daughter.
That's her daughter?
Yeah.
Okay.
She didn't have
Who's
to.
the guy with the tan pants?
They're both just work with him.
Just buddies?
Yeah, helping me out. Yeah.
All right.
And I'm the father
Okay.
of the situation.
Yeah.
So anyhow,
Which car is Mrs. Shicks?
that black one.
You said her name's Sue?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Well, I'm going to go check in with Deputy Miles, and
All right.
I appreciate you hanging out and being calm. We'll see if we can see if we can help you get to the bottom of it.
All right, buddy.
The whole story about his mom's death certificate, all of it.
Good morning. I'm Deputy Thurgood with the Sheriff's Office. You're Darren?
Yes.
When did you last live here?
I moved out on April 26th.
April?
Yeah.
Okay. What has taken you so long to come back and get
She
your
would not
things?
let me in the house to get my stuff.
So this has been an ongoing issue for
Been
6
ongoing,
months.
Yes. So, April 26th is when I left. I did come back numerous times to mow the yard, take trash, but I've never lived here since then.
Okay.
I live with my father.
All right.
So, it's been a really nasty divorce. She was served divorce papers 3 weeks ago. But prior to that, I tried to get a protective order because she tried to run me off the road. She put an air tag in my truck. All kinds of crazy stuff. She stalked me. And the PPO didn't go anywhere because I couldn't prove she tried to kill me. Put it that way. So I had all this evidence against her. The only thing is she tried to run me off the road one day. If I was videotaping her, then it would have showed that my life was threatened. But I couldn't prove my life was threatened even with text messages saying that she was going to kill me. Anyway, long story short, the PPO was filed. I came up here on August 20th to be able to get my stuff out. And I was told by the civil court, I was told by the landlord, I was told by the sheriff, everybody, you still pay rent, it's your belongings, you can get it if you want to. Alright, she cannot stop you from going to your residence, getting your stuff. Like, alright, no problem. She'd been very combative, so I came up here on the 20th, opened up the door, she came out, she hit me across the face, hit me in the chest. I have an assault charge against her. We go, November 20th is her court date for...
And this is from April.
This
She
isn't
assaulted
from
you
April,
allegedly
this
in
is
April?
August.
August.
This
Okay.
is in
August.
So it's taken from April
August
to
20th
August.
is when all this stuff is happening?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought I heard April, sorry.
Well, I left in April. April
Okay,
26th
all right,
was the
okay.
last time I lived in a
All right.
residence.
So, what are you here to get today?
So the landlord, she signed a new lease with the landlord yesterday. that states that everything in the basement needs to be taken out so he can remodel the house, put new windows in, everything, because it's going up for sale in March.
Okay.
All right, she has until the end of March to be able to get out of the house, vacate the house, because he doesn't want her living here anymore. So he told me, get all your stuff, all your belongings out, and call it a day. I'm like, I will.
What is in the basement?
So I got a gun safe, which she sold all my guns out of. So there's not a weapon in the house now. All my hunting stuff, all my tools.
There's one gun in there. So.
What is it, the little 22 chipmunk?
No, it's a black gun.
Okay, we'll have to see what that is. And miscellaneous stuff of my mother's that passed away a year ago. I got most of her stuff, but I didn't get all.
Okay.
And
how long would it take you to move everything, do you estimate?
I would say probably an hour and a half max.
Okay, so a little bit.
Yeah.
Do you have the proof of the communication with the landlord somewhere? Or did you guys talk on the phone? Or what?
I can call him right now on the phone if you want.
Do you have anything that supports it? Dial him up if you don't mind.
You got that phone?
I love it. I love it.
Well, was it Riley's birthday the other day?
Yeah,
What's his name?
Kenneth Gentry.
Did they have a good
Mr.
birthday?
Gentry.
How old is he now? Oh my god.
Hey, Miss Gentry, is Mr. Gentry around?
Huh?
Is Mr. Gentry around?
No, he's not here. He had a man called him and he had to go to the man's house.
We'll circle back to that.
Okay, Nelda. You don't happen to have?
Paid up to the lease.
I'm standing here with the cops, and
Legally, there's no
they
issues
just
there.
want to talk
Yeah,
to
no.
Mr. Gentry or you
He said
about
it's going
me
to take him an hour
getting
and a
into the
half to
house
move the stuff.
to get my
Right,
stuff.
and
So-
she doesn't. She's.
If he comes back, honey, the only thing I can do, well, I don't know what time he'll be back, but when he comes back, I'll just turn the car. You that's all I can do.
Well,
fine.
can you read the new lease that you wrote to her yesterday?
Yes,
For months, we have tried to give him his stuff. I even offered to bring it to his dad. He didn't want it. He wasn't. It's because he wasn't there. His kids went by there every evening to try to see him, but that's the address he kept giving us. He left and didn't even tell me he was leaving.
Well, if you want to get rid of the things, why don't we just let him do it right now?
Here's what he did. He fooled everybody. He gave our landlord a document that said he was giving us 30-day notice that he was moving out on September 16th. That doesn't really add up with when he tells the courts that he left on April 25th. That's when I found out he stole a bunch of money. He didn't leave until Father's Day, technically. That was the last time he was in here.
Okay, what do you want with the property that's in the basement, though? You say you want to get rid of it, so why are you concerned with him removing it?
No, the property, the thing is some of it's mine, and he can have what's his.
Okay, perfect. So let's let him start working on
I
that.
don't
What is
want-
yours? We'll help monitor that. Just tell us
Yeah.
verbally.
Well, there's a lot that's mine. I don't know
Can
what.
you verbally tell me what
Well,
is
there's
yours
some hunting
that's
clothes.
close to you?
Yeah, there's hunting
Hunting
clothes.
clothing?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
On the shelves, there's hunting clothes that's mine. There's
Hunting clothing.
There's
Don't worry
tons,
about the
almost
noise.
everything on the left-hand side.
Go
of
ahead,
the,
Nelda.
The pool table, the hockey table, everything on the left-hand side of the basement. Mainly, this has been tried so many times before.
So here's the issue, right? And I'm sorry that this is an emotional thing for you. We can step
No,
over
it's-
here so that you're not near him. And
He calls me
let
my
me speak for a
job.
moment. I know that Deputy Miles spoke with you, and we haven't met. I'm Deputy Thurgood with the Sheriff's Office. Ultimately, what I'm trying to encourage you to do is help finish this separation, right?
I've tried,
And
so
well, here's the deal. He's here to remove his things, and it may be challenging.
I know,
But
I
we
don't
want
think
we
you-
want to help facilitate that. I certainly don't understand everything that's going on with your life, right? But ultimately, what isn't going to help anybody is if we don't allow the things that you don't desire for him to take them.
what
This isn't an effective way to.
he's trying to, but what he's doing is, I don't want any of the large tools removed.
Why?
Because they were both, like, those were all accumulated during the marriage. With, like, we use, actually my dad and him use them more than he does. My money paid for most of them.
Okay. Well, some of those things we'll have to have a discussion about on a
Or like the
case-by-case thing.
marital, that's why we called his attorney. When he had me in court on September 11th, we left voicemails, we texted, and
What was court on September 11th for?
because he was here with a U-Haul trailer on the 20th. and
20th of what?
August,
Okay, so what was September 11th for?
he's 8 days later.
6/20, we're okay.
8 days later, he followed assault and battery charges on me. And It's because on Friday the 25th, I got my title to my car from the DMV. That's and
What were you in court for on September 11th?
that assault
What?
battery.
Okay, so you were being accused of a crime.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
And another one
and
now, and three actually.
Okay, all right.
So the original lease.
Well, here's what
have
I
to
think is a good plan,
understand, my
and
job.
I'm going to coordinate with Deputy Miles. Here, ma'am. I would love to understand that and talk with you about it, and I happily will.
I didn't know the connection until recently.
But okay, well, I will listen to that story, but let's work one step at a time so that we can accomplish what's best for everybody here. Okay? And what is best for everybody here is that he's allowed to start moving his things that he wants.
All right, that's all right. No,
He's not. He's not.
So let's come up with this plan. Okay, we're kind of spinning. How about we do this? How about Deputy Miles and myself, we quickly walk through the basement with you guys, and you can point out the things that you believe shouldn't be removed. And then we'll allow him to start moving the things that are his and that he can remove.
The reason this no trespass is on him is because
You can't no trespassing from the
I did
property.
go file it, and I'll prove the
But
copies.
he paid here, but you can't.
I paid for it, and I do have it. I paid for it. I mean, I can show you.
And
Well,
he paid rent here though, so you can't
has
trespass
not
him. You have to
paid.
evict it. Okay.
He has not paid.
Okay.
I got the receipts where I paid. I
At
got
this
all
point,
of them.
at this point, it sounds as though he still has residency, which means you
He-
can't.
how?
You cannot,
He's been gone
you
more than
cannot-
30 days.
Based on both of your statements and the circumstances that
He's
are going
been gone.
around,
He left. He's abandoned the place for 30 days.
you'll have to talk with a judge about that. But I can tell you right now that the sheriff's office
The
isn't
law-
going to charge him with trespassing at this point.
We don't. That's fine, but
You have the capability to go and obtain a charge against him later if you desire.
I will. Then.
But at this point,
'Cause
what
he's
we're
cost
trying
me
to educate
everything.
you is that as far as we can tell, he does not have to be lawfully held from entering this residence, right?
Let him go ahead and take what the hell he wants.
Well, we want to work with both parties, so let's let him start moving, and we'll make sure that he doesn't.
I'm not trying to be uncooperative.
You're not. You're going through a lot. I understand. Okay.
He's
I really
cost
do.
me everything.
But now that
All right, so go ahead and start removing things that are absolutely wholeheartedly yours.
Okay.
And then the things that are going to be of dispute, you'll have to try and hash out later, but it's probably going to be a court thing.
Yeah, no, I
She's
get that.
saying that the tools are hers and they're used primarily by her. So what's most important for you at this point is to document what you think is yours, document what exists on the property, right? The sheriff's office isn't going to intervene between tug of war of a piece of
No, I
property
understand,
between
yes.
you two. So ultimately, you've got to have her cooperation. Otherwise, this is just going to result in somebody going to jail. And it's going to be because you guys get into a physical fight and then we take someone to jail, right?
understand.
So we're not going to prevent you from entering the structure. She said, go ahead. So
Okay.
haul ass right now for a bit and do what you can.
Be uncooperative.
you're not. You're going through a lot. I understand. Okay.
He's
I really
cost
do.
me everything.
But now that he's here and you want him to get his stuff, well, why don't
No,
let him get his
because he
stuff and
came
get out?
here to get his stuff and videoed me and used it when I pushed him, tried to get him out the basement door.
And that's how you end up getting charged.
Yeah.
I understand.
And he was yelling that I kept his mother's stuff from him for a year. I had it all packed up trying to give it to him for months. Olivia and Clayton, they all know that. Like, he's lying about every fucking thing. Wait till we get to court. I got forged documents of money in there.
Get it all together though, and then take him to court on it. Okay, that's the best.
And our attorney tried to reach them on the 12th, 13th, and I did too, by email, text, voicemails. They never returned a call. On the 15th, he goes down to the courthouse and files divorce papers. Now he's trying to tell me that they were a draft, but I got a copy from Becky Hogan. We were the PPO papers. That was a former spouse, and we lived together 19 years. Well, Olivia's 21, and we lived together 2 years before that. Everything, and the time frames he was trying to make, I didn't realize he was trying to make the time frames match to this when he started seeing this other woman. Well, my job obviously was public, and I lost my job that I love because I didn't know the woman he's seen. Her ex has a brother that is a senator. I didn't know none of this. And the whole time, I've been begging for months. Please stop. Don't call the, why are you calling the cops? Why are you taking my car? But everything they've been able to manipulate. And we had to say it was not. And this lady, she'll take your body cam, and that the FOIAs are for freedom of information from government agencies, but they're not to be abused. to harass someone's personal life.
What lady?
Yeah, I'm confused. I asked that earlier.
You're saying the person that's his alleged new girlfriend?
No, but he's worked with her. That's how, if she found out.
Can you just tell us what her first name is?
Christina
Scarborough.
Scarborough.
Scarborough. And she's going to FOIA our contact
Yeah.
for what reason?
She does it to harass me.
Why is she mad at you?
She was mad at our delegate. She's suing our delegate's office.
So,
And, like, she sued the judge in town and the county. And
are you saying this is who you used to work for?
I work for the delegate.
Yeah,
Okay.
She's legislative director.
So this lady's just mad at the delegate's office, and you think she's going to try and make you look bad to make
She
the
was
delegate look bad?
Well, then,
Is that what you're saying?
yes.
Okay.
And so we parted ways, right? I lost my job and because he wouldn't stop calling the cops. Well, I didn't even know that the connection of the lady that he's seeing to the politics I didn't know that.
Okay.
And so, in all these different profiles, but the lady that I'm talking about, she has a whole YouTube channel and recently started changing all the titles. Because my name was in all the titles, and everything was titled like, husband calls wife on government official Susan Schick, calls cops on wife, government official Susan Schick.
Oh, really?
Yeah, or Susan Schick lies to the cops. That was in April when he left, and I tried to call because of the money, but because of her posting the stuff out online on Facebook, and he seen it, and then he retaliates, he goes back and hits me with something. And so, but
You
this lady.
realize that you have an option to pursue civil suit against her?
That's right.
Yes, and I am,
Okay, so how does that connect to Darren?
because at the A1 auto sales incident where he called the cops then.
You
and he
guys
tried-
were at A1 Auto
Yeah.
Sales and having a dispute, and he called the police?
They called me to pick up my car. That's my rental. My other, but it looks like
The
mine.
Equinox.
Mine is an Outlander, and that one's just the rental. Mine's in the
Okay.
body shop. Because someone, 3 days after I had it, sideswiped it.
I hate that for you.
And so they got it. But he had also called the insurance policy and manipulated that and tried to cancel me. I didn't know that he actually, on June 8th, I had been driving from June 8th without insurance. Because he took me off and left the kids on. And it still had me in his name. He had taken me off as an insured driver. I just got a new thing from Progressive in the mail, where now I'm an insured driver, but he took my son and made him a second primary on it. And he wasn't supposed to be doing any of these changes. He wasn't supposed to cancel my phone because that was illegal. He was told not to do anything until the lawyers. But he's taken it upon us, and he has not paid one bill.
So are you documenting these things?
Yeah.
So so get it all together and
Yeah.
So the most effective way to bring this stuff up, man, is in court.
Which is why we tried to get my attorney. We were trying to find out, does this Mr. Kreitzer still represent you? Because I only seen the man once when they went in to court for the PPO, and I didn't take a lawyer because I've been paying for everything. He drained me, and I couldn't afford to pay for a lawyer then. I had one retained, but I couldn't afford $3,000 for them to come just sit in there and
I
do
understand.
that. And I knew. Then I find out the dates of the PPO, what he was doing, and he totally it all was set up and then the trailer here last time when I found out where he really went after what he was doing and when he served the assault and battery charge. It again all planned, and it's weird because he's been back. Got in the camper, took 2 shirts out of the camper, and he must have parked down here somewhere and came in.
Were they his shirts?
Huh?
Were they his shirts?
Yeah, but here's the thing: he knew that I knew they were in the camper, right? Because I knew what things were in there and had straightened it up, and he knew I knew. So the day that he filed, this is the weird, screwed up part. The day he filed the assault and battery on me, the 28th is when he filed it. He took a selfie, posted it on social media. He had erased our family, me, the kids, everything this whole past year. My son at VMI, everything. And there's something. The first post he had was a selfie of the day he filed charges on me. Then September 11th, he took that one down and posted another selfie. I'm sorry. I need to hold myself together. I know.
You're fine. We're just standing here talking with you about the situation.
But these videos.
What is the purpose? What's the significance of the selfies?
Because he is manipulative and mean. He didn't know.
Okay, so here,
Nobody understands.
let me clarify a couple things for you from the perspective of I would assume Deputy Miles would agree with me. We don't for a second think that what you're telling us is untrue, right? But the reality is that we have to kind of parse this out into little pieces. Mm-hmm. And you guys are married, and so there is property that you guys both have access to.
I don't. Can I see what he's putting in here?
As far as we can tell, it seems as though he still has residency here.
No.
I appreciate that you're disputing that, but as far as we can
abandoned
tell,
the property months ago.
We're not all knowing. We're just humans like you are. But as far as we can tell, it seems as though that
he knows it too.
Okay, but what's important is that, like, and it sounds like Deputy Miles already recommended this to you, is that you take very good notes on what's happening, and then you bring this up in court. Okay?
Ask my daughter. If he took $600 from her Monday.
Was out here?
My daughter.
Yeah, I just told her to take notes.
He took $600 from her on Monday. She had all of her wisdom teeth pulled, and we got there, and he made her pay for it out of her paycheck, and she said I can't. It left her $11. He had us meet him at Sheetz, and he started videoing me, and he threw a $20 bill on her lap, and she was of course all swollen, and that is still coming out of anesthesia. He that day too. A lot of days, every time my son was trying to buy his first car, and June, I think 15th, was his aunt's funeral, and he didn't come home, he didn't come back. He stayed out till 4 in the morning.
What are you trying to show us with this?
Well, that's the day he claims, right? He has all these dates. That's the date he claims that he met, because after the funeral, they go to West Oaks. That's where he claims. But none of this is true. None of that's true. Where he met this person, it's all been a big, huge manipulative lie. But when he left here on Father's Day night, me and Olivia was standing there. He calls my son on his cell phone. My son's at his girlfriend's with her parents, and says, "It's getting a little late. I'm not going to dinner." And he got in his truck and left. And me and my daughter were standing there. We were all waiting, and he gives us no explanation because he is a coward. But he goes after me constantly. Hold on. That predator generator better not come out of it.
Susan, you can stand here and we can see what he brings out, okay?
Yeah, I'm taking a gun out and putting it on.
Which one?
You're fine.
Where's the predator generator? They took my predator generator. That comes back. I paid for that. And there's a snowblower. That's mine. They've taken it.
And no, it's not.
It is. It is. See what I mean?
It's right there.
The snowblower's right there, Susan.
Huh? The predator generator. It's mine. I paid for it.
Okay, we're not going to have a fight about it.
Okay.
So
I paid for
you can
it.
get the comments from either side.
Take it back off. Okay.
I bought that. It's like a bought the damn camper.
Okay. So what we want to accomplish here is we want to let you guys be
Yeah, let him
civilized
get the little bit of
adults
stuff that he
together.
actually bought.
What? Arguing with him isn't going to help
I
anything.
don't know, because he's hit me with so many charges, and it's been months. He's put my
Well,
kids through hell.
Here's the deal. Let's step outside so I can
And
give you some insight as to how this goes if we
He's
don't
drained
all act
me
like
so
adults.
bad.
I get it. Why don't we go outside like Deputy Thurgood said and talk out here because it's...
Nope, we need to go. We
Yeah.
can't stay here and
I got
babysit you guys. So
No.
it's
He's fine.
We're
I
getting
just
at a
don't
point
want
where
him-
we need to we have to act like adults.
I understand that, and I've tried. And
Yeah.
it's been
well, let me get
Are you okay?
some advice here.
I'm happy my dad did the show.
You said what?
I'm happy it's getting done because
Right.
it hasn't been able to get done.
Well, we want to be able to
Just
leave here,
messes me
so I want you to go
off.
get your drink.
Your dad or your mom? Just both of it?
Oh, my mom pisses me off.
Okay.
All right, now she's
Do you know what's hers and his? How old are you, honey?
Yeah, I'm 21.
Okay.
Yeah.
Make sure. Okay.
I'm like never here. Like this is the first time I've been here in like
I understand.
a while.
I'm sure
So he's just trying to get his belongings. You understand that? And she wasn't allowing him to get them.
Oh boy.
knew that.
Is this all his down here, guys?
Pretty much every single thing down here is my father's. All of the, I mean, disregard Christmas decorations,
I understand.
like tools. They already took the toolbox. That's my dad's.
Guns.
Everything. There's no guns in here because my mom sold all of them. And then everything up there is.
I know too as sure as hell ain't theirs mine.
Nothing in here is mom's. Pretty much. Literally nothing. Camping stuff over the years, dad's bought. All of the hunting stuff is dad's.
Exactly how she is.
All of the furniture is grandma's.
Are you his father?
Yeah.
Okay, I understand. Just putting it all together, that's all.
Yeah.
That's all I'm trying to figure out.
That'd be me.
Alright, we'll keep pumping it out, guys, so we can...
Get out of here.
Yeah, you're fine.
I do want to take this. I do, if we can.
Why would this be your residence?
I don't have the ability to determine.
I can prove to you that it's not his residence. Darren, no. No, Darren.
Her daughter's even saying that's all his stuff.
I'm sorry.
But,
I'm sorry.
have half
what's that?
No. You're not using it, and I know why you want it.
What do you want to do here?
Okay, Chris.
We're 10 for him.
10 for.
The daughter's saying that's all his.
What is she going to contend to dispute?
Everything. It doesn't matter.
What's most important to you?
All my hunting stuff I'm getting that right now, and my tools and stuff, because I do side jobs to try to make some extra money.
Okay.
She's never used
Well,
one of those
here's what I think our last ditch effort is at this point, and then the sheriff's office is going to have to remove themselves from the situation.
Understood.
If they can. I mean, you're being completely reasonable, but she's not.
Yep.
And we don't get to watch you play tug of war between the property, and we're going to pick sides, and then we can't stay out here all day to.
No, you
watch
can't
it.
babysit now.
So here's what I think we should do: remove your buddies from the basement. We can try to walk through, and you can try to point at the things that you want and come to an agreement.
Okay.
And then we're probably going to have to leave.
Okay.
And if she can't level out, I think our advice to you is that you're probably going to have to
Take her to court.
do it. Just do it.
Well, I mean, we already have the financials and everything. She's been extremely combative about everything, so.
Well, she's going to dispute it.
done.
It sounds to me like she's just partially heartbroken, and I don't know if that's legitimate or not, right? But she's over here telling us repeatedly about how devastated she is, and I think that she's going to continue to fight tooth and nail just because she doesn't. She's partially heartbroken and whatever other reasons you guys have otherwise. But we're not going to get through that emotion today, right? She's not going to. So we've got to come up with something that's she'll cooperate with. And if you can get what you can get, and that's good. The other thing that's important is go ahead and take pictures of these things. I mean, you can prove that those things are here, right? And if you can prove it with documentation, that's much more valuable than to just come into court and say, there was a generator at one point that said Predator on the side of it, right? So if you can document that you guys had that, and then you can dispute that in court later, she can come into a position where she gets rid of it.
That little room in this gets safe out of here.
That's the
It's
stuff
that
that
stuff.
we
It's not him or the. I don't care about the woman. He could have said, "Hey, Caitlin, this is Sue," or Shannon, whatever name she wants to go by, and treated me civilly. But no, laughing and not being with your son and helping or not paying bills. That's not a father. He let us trail. Yes.
They're fine.
All right, so Suzanne, we're going to quickly.
You've already taken documents out of here. He
Just
already
say,
came in.
We're gonna pick a couple things that he believes are his, and you agreed that he can take, and then he's gonna remove those, and,
Yes.
then
We're gonna get out of here.
We're gonna
Yes.
move on, okay?
all this.
No, because some of those hunting clothes are mine. Because some of the coolers on top.
stuff up there.
I need my jackets. Yes, they are.
Let's we don't need to have an argument about it.
Yes, Olivia,
All
you're
right, well,
out of it.
Grab what's yours,
That's-
that way I can grab the rest.
That stays.
Clayton's gun, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, that stays. Clayton
Can we-
said he wants the stuff
Can we
here.
just leave the guns in the gun safe for a moment? So what is are the guns his?
The safe's
They're
going.
my sons.
The safe's going on a trailer.
Just the safe is his.
Yeah.
Well, you can take the safe.
Okay, perfect. The safe is his. All right. For now, can we leave the firearms unmanipulated?
Yeah, they're not loaded.
You guys all seem very, very straightforward, right? But the last thing we need is a gun being a part
At
of it.
least some
You
of
don't
us.
want to leave them in there.
You can take them out in a moment because we're
Okay.
gonna remove ourselves.
Yeah, we're...
All right. What else is yours, Darren?
All right, so the stuff on top of the gun cabinet.
Okay. Suzanne, you good with that?
This stuff right here, the knives and all that stuff right there in that big bag. All
Wait,
that
no,
goes.
the ski stuff is not. that's taking it. That's their
You don't
ski
have
stuff.
to. We're talking.
I know. I'm just telling you. Because he'll take
I will leave whatever the
clean.
kids are here.
Not
I
funny.
will not take anything.
You're the grandfather.
Okay, did you just hear him? Suzanne, he said that he would leave the children's belongings here.
Am
So
I about to go?
he's meeting you.
And my belongings.
Yeah, he's not going to take your belongings.
He's already taken.
his.
He's been in here so many times. I'm
We're
just
trying to
saying.
help you here.
I know.
Okay?
And
That goes.
I don't
Alright,
think
so
any of
anything
this is
else, Darren?
funny, considering for months everybody.
I don't know who's laughing, Susan.
Suzanne. Suzanne. The cabinet that's...
These there, the ones wrapped. It's my mom's. Yeah, those.
Okay, that's his mother, so you
Yeah,
can do that.
So that right.
Oh, Olivia, not the crate. No, that's mine. Yeah, I was just telling you. Actually, most of all that on this side is mine.
Darren, is there anything else you see that's important to you right now?
I would like to have that rack right there with some tools on it.
This rack, Suzanne?
Um,
Those look like his working tools.
well, some of them are, some of them aren't, but the ones that are my father's, so you need to stand behind.
There's nothing on it right.
Or Matt. Matt called me and told me, so I don't know. Matt said you have to.
If Matt needs something, then I'll
Matt
give it to him.
said he doesn't want to speak to you.
Okay, if you guys get into an argument, then this is...
Matt just asked for you not. Matt just asked for you not to take his
We're
stuff.
trying to get everybody to act like adults here.
So that's why the snowblower. If they said they left it in the predator generator. My brother and dad.
I don't need an explanation. He's going over the couple things that are important to him that you agreed he could take, and we're holding your hands with it at this point. Okay. Darren, is there anything else?
Darren, let's go.
It's got pictures and stuff in it. Mine.
Wait a minute. Of what?
Cabinet, this here, that
Because I'm
stuff.
using a bunch of documents out of my box.
We don't want to drop anything and damage it, so let's...
No, I was just.
Why don't you walk outside with that, Susan, and go through it, if that's what you want to do?
What's in this box, Darren?
He sent pictures somehow.
Well, the reason I'm asking is our document box, when I got came home one day, the gun safe was open, the document box was out. It was, honey, you have no idea what we're doing. The life insurance and.
Bible.
Are they y'all's?
Bible.
Because I think mine is in that case. So yeah. My grandma's are
The
in it.
quiver and stuff's for another.
Alright, so
Huh, really?
Darren, anything else of size or substantial substance here? Besides
What?
Those two, the scroll saw.
You put it to the side.
Are both mine.
there's a lot of broken glass in Goggles.
Suzanne, or
That was from when he got the bourbon barrel, and he's blaming me for breaking it.
I mean, I'm gonna need some help with this one.
these saws, the table saw and that bandit
No.
saw of sorts.
I was told that he does not get to take those.
By who?
For one, the attorney, and for two,
What attorney?
my brother said that some of those tools are not fully his. I don't know the deal going on. I just know that Darren didn't buy them. I think probably my brother or dad.
Well, if that's a dispute between your Darren and your brother, then that's...
Well,
That's not
Darren
between you and Darren.
I mean, so he can't. They don't.
This cabinet's all one piece, right?
Yeah,
It's not like two pieces.
Yeah, it's all one piece.
You good? Grab the other half.
We'll step out of your way. You right
No,
here.
you took my hunting jackets and stuff off.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did. It's gone. Can I get my hunting clothes back? He took my jackets and the ski stuff. He took it. Darren, I want the ski stuff back. Please. It's Clayton and Olivia's and mine.
Suzanne, at this point...
I can't. You're all, at this point. You guys are letting him take.
No.
Snowboarding stuff upstairs.
What?
There was gloves there. That's what was there.
The goggles are there. He took my hunting jacket. It's not fine. Did he take $600 from you on Monday? How much
All right,
fine do we
Suzanne.
keep giving him until
We're gonna give you a little bit more advice, and then we're gonna leave.
I literally
Okay?
thought I wasn't
We
It
have.
sucks, doesn't it?
We
It
have.
hurts.
Yes. And we have. I'm sorry, but we have bills due, and you know he doesn't pay. Either. Tell him.
That's not what's
But
happening today.
Safe.
no, this was happening today should have happened months ago when he left, and he used us for a free storage unit.
All right. Can you step outside with me, and I'm gonna give you a little more advice, and the sheriff's office is gonna leave.
Yeah,
Oh no,
I'm
we're
good.
making room that way you can get the safe out.
And
Darren, can you see over there with us real quick, and we're just gonna try and tie this bow. Suzanne, can you come here for a moment?
yes, just give me my hunting jacket. Where did you put it, Darren? And there's my.
Suzanne, can you please come here for a moment?
Why do you have my sweatshirt? You know that you bought this in Colorado for me. Why are you taking it?
That is not your sweatshirt.
Suzanne, can you please come
I
here?
wore it for years, Darren. It was mine.
Suzanne, can you please come here? All right. Let's stop the arguing. Come on.
Nobody else is arguing.
This person has cost me everything.
I'm not telling you that he hasn't, but at this point, we have held your hands for an extended period of time.
I'm going to go upstairs, let him take whatever the hell he wants.
Okay. Darren, I'm just going to loudly advise you of this. It seems to us that you have capability to enter this structure, so if you want to do that at some point to retrieve what you believe is yours, so be it. You may have to be disputed against by her in court at some later point, and you may be held
Well, neither
liable
one of
for
us can sell each other's property at this point. I'm just getting my belongings, and
All right.
I'm only getting what's mine.
Well, I wanted to take an opportunity to make it clear to her that as far as we can tell, we are not all knowing, but as far as we can tell, you have access to this property.
Okay.
If you want to execute that access, and by the means that you do it, the law enforcement isn't going to hold you responsible for that. As with everything I understand, right? There could be something I don't understand that would contradict that, but if you've been granted access to this property by the landlord and you have arguably still have residency, then access is something that you can make if you want to make it.
I'm going and filing because it is on file. If he didn't get served,
Great.
I know the address to send it to. I'll have it sent to the
You said you were going to go upstairs, but now you're back.
Yeah,
so
because
let me
my door's locked.
Let me reiterate what I communicated. Are you going to stay here?
Yeah.
Okay. As far as the sheriff's office can tell, he has access to this structure. We could be wrong. We are not all knowing, but as far as we can tell, he does.
Yeah, but once he takes
So
stuff,
when he wants to come to the structure and enter the structure to retrieve those things, that's fine. If you guys want to argue all day long.
Well,
this is America. You can
I
speak
have
your
an
piece.
attorney.
I've listened to you all morning long.
I know.
Okay. Now I'm going to speak for a moment, and we're going to leave.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys can argue if you want to argue. If you touch each other and it is unwanted, one of you is going to go to jail.
And we will come
So
right back.
if you guys if you can't figure out how to get along and that's how it escalates, then so be it.
Right.
And the same applies to your daughter. So if you involve her and some sort of dispute happens, then somebody's going to go to jail. Okay? We have come here and we have listened and we have tried to walk you guys hand in hand.
I think he's falsely accused me of touching my daughter and my son.
That doesn't matter right now, Suzanne.
It
So
does.
ultimately, what we've done is we've educated you. Do you have any questions?
Do you have any
Oh,
questions?
yeah, I do.
What?
The fact that you're saying he can come back to this residence?
As far as we can tell,
Now, I talked
we're
to
not
an
going to prevent him
officer-
from doing
I
that.
talked to an officer the other day,
Who?
Fulver,
Okay.
and
Continue.
he told me
Yeah, go ahead,
that 'cause
sir.
he knows he's been
Thank
gone
you,
more
Darren.
than a month. He said change all the locks. He said
Okay.
he did not
So
have access
as far
to it,
as
and I
my
said, I went down
analysis,
and
what have I
searched.
told you like 6 times? I've told you I am not all knowing.
I know.
I don't know who's telling the
I'm not
truth.
trying to interrupt.
Okay? But if what he's saying is true, then as far as I can
What
interpret,
he's saying is not true.
okay.
That can be
We're going to
proven.
leave. If you get into some sort of dispute,
Like I
you
said-
can be held
Don't
responsible
worry,
for
I'm
that.
not going to get into a dispute. I'm held responsible for everything at the moment.
Okay. Do you have any questions for me?
Nope.
All right, have a good day. But I told her.
She's gonna try to explain, but she literally started blaming me for everything as soon as I left.
I don't know what she's saying to you.
No.
We can't hear you. Do you want Christina pulling video on you?
I'm not sure what you were saying, but I just know that.
It's okay.
Stop.
What's going on? You called us back.
He was leaving. And then he real fast went, you can see the tracks. He took off real fast back behind the house. He knew the kayak trailer and kayaks are part of this in the financial disclosures. And he got the guys to help him grab them and throw them in that trailer. And I called you guys and he flew around the house and went out down there. He knew that they knew he wasn't supposed to touch those. But he already left.
Right.
Just like no trespass was observed.
Ma'am, like I said, I don't know anything about the trespass, and if he was paying rent here.
Financially, he's not supposed to be able to do this.
I'm just standing here so I can see you better. The sun's in my eye. Sorry.
And I just found out. I mean, he stole our tax documents. I had folders, tax documents. I'm looking for my wallet. It's missing. But Olivia. I didn't know. Evidently took him some stuff there last week. I have no idea. He was trying to ask her to sneak and bring him stuff, and that's where he needs to quit putting them in the middle. But yeah, that trailer back there and all those kayaks, I bought them. They're in the financial disclosures for the lawyers to do it.
Right. So this is what happens, Susan, is you're going to, when you talk to your lawyer, and you guys are going to go to court, you got to label all that stuff, okay?
Yeah.
But he's gone now. That's what you're going to have to take him to court and bring all those documents.
The fact that he said this is still his residence, even though it's not, we can go after him for the money too, for that he hasn't paid.
Okay.
Right?
Yep, you're taking him to court.
It's his residence for this situation.
Right.
But
so he was on the lease. He was on the lease, and I talked to the landlord.
Yeah.
She requested all items removed from the basement
Right.
on your new lease. Okay. Right. You even said most of those items were his items in the basement.
Right.
Okay. So you're not. He got what he wanted.
Well.
Right. And then when you're going to go back downstairs when we leave, I leave again, and then you can document everything that he took that's not his, and then you need to bring it up to your lawyer when you go to court. Okay.
Yeah, because his dad pulled out, and then he acted like he was pulling out. He turned it real fast and went back and around and back. He wasn't supposed to take them, and he took the ones specifically that I bought. And, well, for one, I bought all of them, but he took the ones he knows that my son uses, and the one is mine. Well, that's because he's taking them for other people to use. And I'm not sure why you would take anything to me. He's giving them to another family of kids to use. He's taking money from you. It doesn't make sense, honey. You sit here and get mad at me. You get mad at me and you yell at me and you cuss me because you miss him. And I you know what? I can't solve all these problems.
No one's asking you to.
You do.
I never asked you to solve any problems.
And then I can't. He hasn't done anything with either one of the kids.
Mom,
except
listen, this is not therapy for
I know it's not therapy,
it's not
but I'm just telling her why I'm so emotional because
I'm not. Listen, Susan, I understand you're emotional, and I would be too. I'm not.
I mean, my job and everything.
I get that. I really do. But for today's sake,
and
I told your mom, so you can tell her this too, is what he took in the basement, if it's not his and she goes down there and it's missing, they bring that up in court when you go through divorce. You've heard everything about. You're 21. Right, and you're saying that as well.
Olivia, you can't speak on it because you were not old enough to know when I bought that stuff.
But that's marital property, and you're going to have to bring that up in court, okay?
Just because he used it, I have the bank documents. I mean, I put $9,000 and $10,000 into his bank accounts. And I got the proof of that. It does when we go to court.
Right.
Here it doesn't matter.
I understand.
Right as of now, and that's what she's right.
You need to quit saying it's dad.
Status check.
So
I'm
let the lady go so she can go and do real work because she doesn't need to be tied up with our stupid shit.
You called her back.
I thought somebody could stop them from taking what they weren't supposed to. He knew it.
So, like I told you again, and then I'm leaving, okay, Susan?
Yeah.
And we're not, and I'm not being nasty. I promise you. I just want you to understand. I want you to write all these things down that you think is yours and give them to your lawyer, okay?
Yeah, we already had the kayaks right down in financial disclosure.
Right, but your divorce isn't final, right?
No.
Okay, that's gonna all come up in court. It's a shitty. Sorry, I cuss. It's a shitty process. I get it, girlfriend. But that's just how it is.
He started this. I didn't know. He started this shit clear back months ago. And when he's drugged us, we've been dealing with this for months of his games, and him not helping, or he was like he doesn't help with nothing. And then all of a sudden, as soon as he's ready, and he comes here with a trailer. And then you start moving another person in their family, and you hit me with all these charges, and I couldn't understand why.
So I know you're upset that he's gone to another family. Then you got
the other family.
Then you got charged, and then he's taking his stuff out of the house. It's a lot going on. But it's a lot to handle, girlfriend.
I feel sorry for the woman. She apparently has a lot of medical issues, and so I feel really sorry for her because and I know how I have had it, and it's not good. And so she can deal with when he gets to the point where he's, cutting cards off on her, hiding money. I'm just saying, but he does it, so don't take up for it.
All right, Susan, I'm leaving, and I hope.
I'm trying to find my wallet.
Okay. Well, I'm sure. Did you misplace your wallet?
I couldn't find it last night.
I took it, gave it to my dad. She thinks I
What?
Text off.
Olivia, you should watch your own. You're gonna get. She's gonna humiliate you.
She's not saying anything. She's just saying.
No, this woman takes them and alters it.
All right, you have any questions?
So take it and be like, oh, Stephen's daughter. It's unfortunate, but he involved her in it. And so did your uncle.
Well, I'm leaving too. So.
Where are you going?
I am.
Well, hold on. Let me please finish talking to you, because I had an event I'm supposed to be at and stuff we can do. So, I need, seriously, if you're leaving, I need to make sure that the dogs and stuff are
I will
good.
take care of my dog.
Hopefully, I always take care of my breed. Are you leaving to go down a bend or what?
No.
Huh? No. The thing is, Olivia,
Stop.